everyone, Melissa Wick here. This is a short, easeful practice where we will focus on opening up the spine, so spine mobility, and the quads, targeting the quads. If you have a block, please grab one, or if you don't have a block, you could use maybe a bigger book, something that is thicker and a little bit bigger. You don't need it, but it might be a nice option to have when we're getting into the quads. This practice is also hands-free, wrist-free, shoulder-free, so no down dogs, no chatturangas, anything like that. So if you have sensitivities in the wrists, this is a great class for you. Beginners are welcome, all levels are welcome. So this is a good class to really stretch and open up. Get into something comfortable. Let's get started. Let's get this practice started on our backs today. So let's keep the knees bent. We'll lay ourselves down. Have your arms by the side. Adjust to get comfortable here. You can either keep the knees separated or you can have them come into touch. You're going to close your eyes. Let yourself settle here. And we'll take 2 deep breaths to arrive. So full breath in through the nose. Let your belly lift, your chest expand. And exhale through the mouth. One more like this, fully in. And let it go. Good. Just closing the mouth and come into the natural rhythm of your breath. Relax the energy behind your eyes. And let yourself arrive here fully, exactly as you are. We'll take about 5 conscious breaths here. In and out through the nostrils. Just establishing that place of calm and ease before we move into our practice. Beautiful. Now, if your knees are together, you're going to gently separate them. Have your feet hip width distance apart and heels close to your glutes. So if you can take your hands, you could graze your heels here. Palms facing down. We're going to press the feet down, draw the pubic bone in towards your chin slightly, and engage your glutes. On the inhale, press and lift the hips up. And as you exhale, lower down, upper back, mid back, low back. Now we're going to add the arms. So inhale, we lift the hips and lift the arms all the way up and back. So backs of the hands touch the ground behind you. Exhale, we lower the hips, lower the arms. We're going to do this a few more times. Inhale, we lift, just warming up in the spine and in the shoulders. Exhale, lower. Breath per movement here. So you're syncing up the body and the breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last one like this. Inhale, lift. This time we'll keep the hips lifted and just lower the arms down. Continue to breathe here. If you want, your hands could stay by the side, or you can interlace them behind and gently walk the shoulders in, pressing the forearms into the mat, pressing the head into the ground. Breathing into your chest. Making sure the weight is even on both sides of the leg, so one leg is not dominating over the other. And you're going to release your shoulders and your hands and slowly roll down, articulating the spine, upper back, mid back, low back. Release your glutes. Now from here, we're going to come into a twist. Your arms are going to extend out to the side, palms flip up, cross your right leg completely over the left. Lift your hips up and over to the right slightly, and let your legs fall to the left. You're in a twist here. Your left hand could hold on to your right thigh. If this is too much pressure on the spine, you can always uncross the legs here and just have them stacked. And you can also slide a pillow or a block underneath your legs here for support. Your gaze could be center, or if it's comfortable, full range all the way over to the right, or keep it to the left, wherever is the most supportive for you. With every exhale, just allow your right shoulder to soften. So you're getting a nice opening and stretch along the side body, the hip, and opening in the chest, inviting in a supple, healthy spine. Good, and then from here, you're gonna flip your palms down, press the hands into the ground, use your core to lift your legs back to center. Re-scooch the hips so they're level, uncross the leg. And we'll take it right to the other side. So left leg completely crosses over the right. Lift your hips up and a little over to the left. And come to drop the legs over to the right for your twist. Maybe right hand holds the left thigh. Maybe you support with pillows under your legs. We let the body unfurl here naturally, so we're not pushing and forcing to our maximum edge. We just invite the breath in, and the body will release in its own time. Just needs a little relaxation for that to happen. Good. Flip the palms down to the ground, push into the floor, use your quads to assist the legs back up. Lift and lower the hips, uncross the legs. Arms by the side, we're gonna come into a quad opener. So you're gonna lift your right foot off the ground, and you're going to take it behind that left calf and ankle. So it's gonna go through the bend of the left knee. Left hand grabs a hold of that right foot, and then let that right leg just drop down here. Now you might feel this a lot already in the quad. If you already feel it, just stay right here. If you want a little more, you can take the left shin in toward you, flex the foot, and your right hand will hold on to your left shin, drawing that left leg in. Relax the shoulders and keep the back of the neck long, so a slight tuck in of the chin. And notice where you may be gripping or holding on. Use the breath to allow yourself to soften. Breathing into your quads. Good, let's release. Left leg lowers if it's lifted. Come back to both bent knees here, feet flat. Other side, so your left foot lifts up. Take it through behind the back of the right ankle and calf. And then right hand holds the left foot. Let your left leg relax down. You decide how far you go. Just know that the more that you draw the left knee into the center, the more intensity there will be. Find stillness here. and use the exhales to let your body release. Find your center of calm and ease. Good, let's release. Take both knees in toward your chest. Give yourself a little hug here. And you can either just roll up or roll to the side and come up onto your knees. So if this is not comfortable for the knees, you can always take a block or a pillow and bring it between the ankles here for some support. Or you can also sit down if you'd like. So here, we're going to take the arms all the way up, inhale in, and we're going to exhale. The right arm's going to come down towards the ground, and your left arm's going to reach up and over. So the chest and collarbones are going to stay open, softening the shoulders. Reach to the left fingers. Breathe into your whole left side of the body, to your left lung. It's getting into the side of the body, side of the spine. Now this is effective even if we check out with our minds, but if you can stay fully focused and present with your experience, the posture becomes so much more potent. And let's go to the other side. So inhale, both arms reach up. Exhale, left hand down, right arm up and over. So ground down through your right sit bone as you reach to the right fingers, all the way through the fingers. They matter as well. Softening the shoulders, chest stays open, and breathe into the right line, the right side of your body, into your right lung. You're creating more space here for freedom and ease. And inhale, both arms reach up. So lift the sides of the body. And exhale, take your hands behind you, interlace them. And gently draw the shoulders together. Extend the elbows and expand, lifting the arms up as much as it feels okay here. Blossoming the chest and the heart. You want to keep a slight tone in of your belly, knitting the ribs in as you expand in the chest. You can keep your head straight, or if it's safe to bare the throat and that feels good, you do that, you explore. Now gently release your hands. We're going to come into a shape called rabbit. So what you'll do is you're going to tuck the toes underneath here. That might be a nice stretch as well for you. You're going to take your hands to your heels, and we're going to bring the crown of the head to the mat, so the top of your head. So you're going to tuck your chin in, keeping your hands on your heels. You're going to come as close as you can towards the knees. You can lift the bum off the heels here. You're going to keep the hands on the heels, and you're going to start to lift the hips up, and you're going to dome and round the spine here, bringing the weight onto the crown of the head, but you're not dumping all the weight, so make sure you still are engaged in the legs here. And you're just opening up in the whole back line of the body, and the shoulders, the back of the neck. Just breathe into the back.
One more cycle of breath. And we'll release. Lift your chest back up. Good, and then we're gonna come to a lunge, so we're gonna lift the hips up and step the right foot forward. If you have a block or a thicker, bigger book to act as a block, this might be helpful for this quad opener. So you don't need it, it's just really nice, especially if you have tight quads. Sometimes the leg could spasm when you get into it. So that's why I like to really lift my chest up as high as I can. I even bring the block in the highest setting and come to my fingertips. So here's a nice opener already as we're in this lunge here. To get into this quad opener, I take my arm up, back, and around. And then here, just with ease, with care, you can take that foot in and grab a hold of the outside of the left foot. If you gotta pad up your left knee, you can roll your end of your mat in, or you can bring a blanket or a pillow underneath. If you don't have your foot yet, that's okay. Just reach in that direction. Eventually, you'll get the foot. Once you have your foot, this might be good enough for you. If you have more space, you can start to dip the hips forward and maybe draw the left heel in toward you more. You can keep your right knee facing forward if you'd like. For a different variation, if you're doing this class practice daily, you can try coming onto the outer edge of the right foot and opening up that thigh and inviting in more of a twist, so you also get an opening in the spine and the chest. So there's different ways. A third way you can do this is doing a right angle with your right leg and then squaring off the hips, grabbing both hands to that left foot, and drawing in the heel even closer, and then scooping the low belly in. And then you also get a chest opener. So 3 different ways to access this quad opener. You decide which one is the most supportive for you here. Breathing in and out. Now when you release your foot, gently release without slingshotting it back. And we're just gonna go simple switch to the other side. Your left leg's gonna come forward. Enjoy this lunge here. I'm going to pad up my knee this time because that hurt a little bit. Okay, so let's prepare. Left arm comes up and around. So I got a twist here. I'm telling my leg that it's gonna bend now, so I'm preparing it so there's no sudden shock or spasm. Gonna grab the outside of the right foot. This might be enough. Or I could start to dip my hips forward here, keeping the left knee straight. Option 2, outer edge of the left foot, knee opens, thigh opens, and I sink even more and I add in a twist. This one's very luxurious and indulgent. Or I square everything up and make a right angle here with my left knee and ankle, find balance, and then grab a hold of the right foot with both hands as I draw the heel in and zip the belly up and in towards the chin. You really might need a blanket for that knee. If you do this variation, it's a lot on the knee. So choose your shape and use the breath to soften. We want to move past the layers of tension so we could really find the release. So some cues are often if you're clenching your jaw or if your shoulders are getting really tight, you know you're not really relaxing. Okay, wherever you are, release the foot with care and take the left knee back down. We're gonna scooch back a little bit here and we'll come into child's pose. So toes touch, knees wide. Bring your sit bones to your heels. Walk the hands forward, melt your chest and forehead down. And we'll invite in a shoulder opening here. So we'll lift the chest and the forehead. We'll take We'll start with the right hand and we'll bring it through. We'll thread it underneath the left arm. So right palm up, right shoulder, right ear down. You can extend the left arm long on the fingertips if you'd like. You can use the back of the hand to bring it down towards the mat and use it as traction to spiral the chest open toward the sky. So you're peeking under your left underarm. Just breathe into the shoulder. Good, you're gonna come back to center, come onto both fingertips, inhale, long spine, find a lift, and exhale, other side. So left hand threads through, left palm up, left shoulder, left ear. Use the traction, breathe into the upper back and the shoulders. Good, come back to center and we'll walk the hands in toward us. We're gonna come onto the bum, take the legs forward, slowly roll yourself down all the way. And we'll come into happy baby. So your knees will come in toward you, your arms will come in on the inside, flex the feet, grab a hold of either the calves or the ankles or the outer edges of the feet. You can either also grab the backs of the thighs if it's too much to grab the legs there. So your tailbone's nice and heavy, you relax the shoulders. Imagine as if you're squatting against the sky. Your ankles are aiming to be stacked over the knees. You can be still or you can sway. You can also play with peace fingers and thumb hooking around your big toe. If you want to extend the legs, get a little hamstring stretch, you can do that as well, or bend one knee and bend the other. Just a few more breaths here. When you feel ready, you're going to release your baby, take both knees in toward you, use your biceps to draw the knees in, feel some compression here into your hip flexors, and let's release into Shavasana. So extend your legs out nice and long, cover up if you need, if you're feeling chilly, and lift and lower your shoulders so your chest is open here, palms flipped up, close the eyes. Take a big breath in through your nose. Exhale through the mouth, let it go. Closing the lips. And just let your whole body rest here. Think heavy, heavy bones. There's nothing left for you to do here. Just receive your practice. Let yourself rest and reset, bringing balance to the mind and the body and the soul. And try to stay here for at least 5 minutes if you can to really receive. Namaste. Thank you.